play in the French Pro League A. And they have the honour of playing one of the very first matches of this brand new competition. Well, here are the full set of fixtures for today from Group D, all 8 sides involved. All of them will get underway within the next half an hour. This one is the first to get started here. One match being played tomorrow. The Utena Arena opened in 2009. That's around 2,000 people. A great deal of expectation ahead of the start of this brand new competition. An exciting time for European basketball fans. The two teams are being introduced onto the court. This is the visiting side, Strasbourg. Some names that I'm sure many of you will be familiar with. Jay Slaughter, the point guard, who is leading the way in terms of assists this season in the domestic league. For the French side, who've actually had a pretty poor start to their domestic season. They lost their first 3 matches. Got their first game win at the weekend ahead of this first match in the Basketball Champions League. Well, here is that roster in full. As I mentioned, Tony Slaughter, AJ Slaughter, the point guard, who plays for the Polish national team. Certainly one to look out for. Having Walker as well, who's leading the point scoring for the French side. Another who is sure to have a big impact. The Lithuanian side being introduced here. Diggs, first man out. Man. He's played all over Europe: Germany, Cyprus, Latvia, Kosovo and Poland. Most recently Romania, now in Lithuania. Tavicius there, another important player, 33 years old, a bit of a veteran. He is their leading point scorer in their domestic league at the moment. Here's the 18-year-old Kietis, exciting young talent. Kietis. Yakstas the next to come out on court. Yakstas, 24-year-old forward. Teams being introduced onto court here ahead of what is certain to be an exciting couple of hours. The last man out there, the 28-year-old Vytautas Sulskis. We can have a look at that roster in full now. As I mentioned, Jamar Diggs is a key man, 5.2 assists per game in the domestic league so far. Utena have actually a pretty poor start themselves as well, with 5 defeats and 2 wins from their opening 7 games. They've lost the last 3 in a row, so they will be desperate for a change in fortune here in this brand new competition. Been playing in the top flight in Lithuania since 2009. They picked up a bronze medal in 2015, their best ever finish. Lost in the 3rd place playoff match last season. Juventus Utena beating them in that particular contest. Here are the referees. 2 from Latvia, 1 from Belarus. We are not too far away now from the start of this opening game in Group D. The atmosphere is building ahead of this opening clash from Group D. Exciting new challenge. See the home side there just completing their warm-up. They are just a couple of minutes away from getting started. Let's have a look at the starting five for Strasbourg. Tony Slaughter, who I mentioned already. Really important player for them, the Polish international. Juventus at centre. He's leading the way for Strasbourg in terms of rebounds in the domestic league. Now coached by Henrik Detman. He's a Finnish national team coach as well. Won bronze medal at the FIBA World Championships back in 2002 as head coach of the German national team. His last club job was with Besiktas in 2015. This is the Juventus starting five. Jamar Diggs, point guard, we've already touched on. Absolutely vital player for this Lithuanian outfit. Sipukaitis as well, another important man. 6'10", team leader in terms of rebound domestically. Tamas Sireka is the head coach, 60-year-old who coached the Lithuanian side that won gold medal in the 2003 Eurobasket. Led them to a fourth place finish at the 2004 Olympics, where they beat the USA in a group stage game. USA then beat them in that bronze medal match 12 years ago. He took over as head coach here back in 2015. We are nearly ready to get started here. This is what everybody's been waiting for, the start of this competition. Brand new competition. 40 teams. This is just the start of a long regular season, 14 weeks. 14 matches for each of these teams to show what they're all about. Make a name for themselves. This brand new tournament. So all ready to get started then in the first ever edition of the Basketball Champions League. Juventus fans already in good voice. Expectations extremely high here. Juventus will be in the red. It's Jamar Diggs there, the 0 on his jersey. Strasbourg in the grey. Final three-match formalities are completed. There is AJ Slaughter. Sipukaitis will contest the tip here as it's won by Strasbourg, who have first possession. Slaughter in possession early on. There's the young Frenchman, 18-year-old Nitil Kina. First foul called. An early opportunity here. Strasbourg to get us off the mark. Juventus missing the first one. Gets the second. It is the French side who strike first. There's the foul. Grab of the jersey from Sipukaitis. possession with the visiting team once again. To increase their early lead, but it's a big cheer as the home side come away with it, and a chance for their first score, and it's a 3. Serutavicius off the mark. Juventus into the lead. Jaite, who puts it inside as the foul is called. Papsi. And he draws the foul. Levels it up at 3 points all. And this is the additional free throw, which means we're still level here. It was almost some very poor defense work there by the Lithuanians, who seemed to go to sleep, but Jaite couldn't quite take advantage of that opportunity. Chance missed for Strasbourg. It remains at 3 points apiece with just over a minute played in this first quarter. Here's Jamar Diggs to the far side. To the corner. Another chance for 3. This one just missing from Serutavicius. This is the long ranger on this occasion. Slaughter. C. French side have got about 4 seconds on the shot clock. They do get the shot away, it misses. And away come the Lithuanians. With Slaughter. Solskis, number 88, into the man who has scored all their points so far. Serutavicius draws the foul. It's been a good start from the veteran, 33-year-old. 5 points to his name already, and the chance to make it 6. No problem. 3-point lead. Serutavicius, 6 points scored by the home side, and all of them have come from their number 9. This is Slaughter. C into Jaite. Inside for the 2, it's good. So 1 point lead here for Juventus as the foul is called. Vasilius drawing the foul from Murphy. Eric Murphy, the Finnish international. He's played under his current Strasbourg boss with the national team as well, Eric Detman. Opportunity from the line here for Vasilius. No problem, first time around. A 7-5 lead for the Lithuanians. It was an 8-5 lead, so the 3-point advantage restored. Solid start from the home team here. In the early days in this first quarter, just 2.5 minutes on the clock already. As Jaite goes out to Slaughter, fakes and then shoots and misses, just a little short there from AJ Slaughter. This is Jamar Diggs. Outside, quick passing, out and for three, it's good. Szulskis takes his side into double figures. They have a 6-point advantage now. He's off the mark. It's another 3-pointer for the home team. Here's Slaughter. Much needed too. The French side, Jay Slaughter. His first score of the game. There's Jamar Diggs. And, oh, it's superb. And a big finish as well. No trouble at all. Shepakaitis. His first score of the night. Strasbourg look to respond. The three is missed though by Jeremy Leloup. Still a 6-point advantage here for Juventus as they look to make it an even bigger one. Jaite doing enough to prevent that from happening. But it is going to be Juventus in possession, and the three is good once again. Oh, what a start from Sirtavicius. It's a 9-point lead as the first timeout is called. No doubt about the man who has grabbed all the headlines so far, Gitis Sirtavicius. His long-range shooting has given his side an excellent start here. 3 from 4 from distance for Juventus. Strasbourg yet to hit a 3-pointer. Struggling a bit from the field overall, as you can see. 38% compared to 71%. I'm surprised that he wants to have a word with them at this stage, but the Lithuanian camp will be pretty happy here. Sirtavicius with a tremendous start. 9 points, a couple of 3-pointers for him. 3 from 4 from the field for the number 9, 33 years old. Such a crucial part of this Juventus Utena lineup. Nine-point lead. Less than halfway through the first quarter though, so long way to go. Strasbourg maybe just taking a little time to settle down here. This is Papsi. Moving the ball around quickly. The shot is no good. It's just inside the arc that time. It would only have been 2. They've managed to steal it back here, and a chance to cut the deficit. Easy for Jaite. Simple finish for the big man. It's 3 points for him. Opened the scoring in this first quarter, now has a couple more to his personal tally. And Juventus respond immediately. That's to Shepakaitis. Easy 2 for him. 18-9 lead, the 9-point advantage restored. The foul is called here. Let's look on who ends up on the floor. Foul called Sirtavicius. There's Jaite. C and to Slaughter. C moves it across to the far side. Leloup manages to get a shot away, misses everything. Here's Jamar Diggs. Vasilius. There's the foul. Juventus Utena will be absolutely thrilled with this start. 1-point advantage. Digs here. Gets it inside, out it comes to the man who just can't seem to miss, and that one was always going in. Sirotavicius into double figures. As is the lead for Utena. 21-9. Huge advantage in the early stages of this game. Lacombe goes up and puts it in. Important too, they've got to keep the scoreboard ticking over here, Strasbourg. Foul called. Slaughter penalised. 10-point game. First personal foul for Tony Slaughter. There's Jamar Diggs. Vasilius. Sulskis. Vasilius. And oh, it was so nearly. A well-worked move there. Kietis. Kietis denied there right at the crucial moment. Drawing the foul. Paul Lacombe. Can't really have any complaints with that one. It's an opportunity for Vaidas Chipikaitis to add another couple. Applause for Sirotavicius, who was taking a seat on the bench for the time being. What a start for him. Aaron Best, the man who's replaced him on court. Canadian, wearing the number 11 jersey. Utena have increased their advantage to 12. Jaite just to feed the pass. Still good defence this from the Lithuanians. The shot is going to have to come in quickly, and it's missed by Lacombe. And an easy rebound for Chipikaitis. Still a 12-point advantage intact here as Jamar Diggs looks for a way through. Diggs goes it alone, gets the pass out wide, and it's just off the rim from Vasilius. Lacombe out to Leloup, who puts it up and in. Two more for him. Still a 10-point deficit here. Big difference in field goals, as you can see. Each side have started this game so well. 2:21 left on the clock in this first quarter. Superb start so far for the home team. 4 from 5 from long range. Strasbourg have still failed to find their distance shooting. 4 attempts, none of them successful. Just better in every department really at the moment. Utena, no surprise that they have this impressive looking lead at this early stage. Sirotavicius definitely the man driving them forward, though. 12 points already. No one in the Strasbourg lineup has managed more than 3, that's Jaite. Vasilius with 3 assists already. He's been an important creative force for the home team. outstanding opening to the game here for Juventus Utena. Big lead, still intact, has been bigger than this. 12 points clear at one stage, Juventus Utena. It's a 10-point gap at the moment. And, Diggs gets his pass away, and it's another 2 for Vasilius. Solid start to the game for him as well, 4 points, 3 assists. The 12-point lead is intact once more as Papsi puts it up and scores. Point lead is certainly one that can be turned over in Strasbourg. They are struggling to deal with the attacking threat of this Lithuanian side, and that's another impressive 2. Foul called as well. Vasilius on fire at the moment. It's Aaron Best who's been penalised there. Walker, I beg your pardon, of course, Irving Walker, who was penalised. 13.8 points per game in the French domestic league for Walker. Oh, that one's missed. It's a 12-point lead again. This has been a theme running through this first quarter. Strasbourg just haven't been able to close that gap yet. Here's Jaitek. It out to Papsi, who goes for 3 and misses. Time was running out there for Strasbourg. Excellent defense again from Juventus Utena. So far so good from the Lithuanians. 12-point advantage. Very much deserved as well. A bit of pressure here, which has proved to be successful this time around, but Jaitek missing. One that he really should have put away. He will certainly feel that he should have done. Walker goes for 3, he misses as well. Nothing is dropping at the moment for the French side. Trail by 12, 27-15. As they continue to push forward. Saluskis makes it a 14-point game. A hugely impressive start to the contest from the home team here. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And Strasbourg have lost possession again. It's picked up by Best, and this is Jamar Diggs, so we'll just slow things down a bit here. 16 on the shot clock, 19 on the game clock. Jamar Diggs calls the foul. Just 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter, but it has not been a good 10 minutes for Strasbourg. Played so far. Juventus Utena keep on building that lead. Scored twice as many points now as their opponents. Diggs making the first from the line. This is the second, and Papsi winning the rebound. This is Walker. C. Walker. Foul this time. Hold on, Jamar Diggs. Almost out of time here in the first. 30 points on the board already for Juventus Utena. Gonna have to do something pretty quickly here. Slaughter gets his shot away, doesn't manage to get it to drop. And that is the end of the first quarter. What a start for Juventus Utena. They lead by 15, 30 points to 15. They've scored twice as many points as their opponents. It is going to have to be a very impressive display from the French side from this point on if they are going to pull this back. Perfect start as far as the side are concerned. 12 points for Sirotavicius. He's 3 from 4 from distance as well. 3 3-pointers in that first quarter. Sat out the latter stages of it as well. Let's have a look at the highlights here from the first 10 minutes. It's a decent enough start from Strasbourg, but Juventus started to dominate, moving the ball well. Some impressive finishing as well. This the dunk from Sipikaitis, the big man at 6'10", proving to be very effective in the opening quarter. An easy one for Jaite there. Never going to miss from that kind of position. It's food and drink for that man. Overall, it has been difficult for the French side. A few moments, a few glimmers of hope as far as they're concerned. Impressive performances all round as far as Juventus are concerned. Jamar Diggs pulling the strings. And it all means that we have a 15-point game as things start here in the second quarter. We get ready to restart. Strasbourg need a positive start to the second quarter, need to start eating away into this lead. The 3 is not good, and those are the shots that need to start dropping. They didn't manage a single 3-pointer in that first quarter. And the distance shooting has to improve quickly. 8 attempts, none of them successful. Jaite has been pulled up here. Aaron Best. And again, just lays it off, and they're coming together there with Jakstas, who ends up on the deck. First foul of the second quarter. Kauskis gets it back in play. And it's another 3-pointer, which is good. It's Sudskis, another man who started this game in impressive fashion. 8 points for him. And the lead just keeps on getting bigger. 18 now as Slaughter looks to reduce it and does. It's 2 more for Slaughter. And the first score on the board in this second quarter for the French side. Still a very big gap at this stage as another 3 is attempted and missed this time. And Strasbourg got back on track as far as their domestic campaign was concerned, or at least got their campaign going really after a poor start. They are only 4 games in, but they lost the first 3. And they really should have had 2 there, but brilliant block to deny Jaite as Aaron Best looks to go up at the other end, and eventually the whistle goes. But how about this from Jaite? Must have thought he had another 2 to his name there. Look at this from Galdikas. Outstanding. How did he stop that from going in? Ovidius Galdikas. Outstanding defensive work, but Strasbourg finally hit a 3. They've cut that gap to 13, their first big score of the night, as Best looks to match it at the other end, and it's pushed in from close range. Galdikas never going to miss from there. And that 15-point lead that they had at the end of the first quarter has been re-established here. For the Juventus coaching staff to be encouraged by so far in this game. The ball is loose and is picked up by the home team. Kauskis getting the ball out wide, and Best unable to put it away. Now Slaughter has to find a way through there. The loop goes for 3. Almost dropped, didn't quite manage it this time. This is Bikauskis. Oh, nice pass and finish with ease. Yakstas with another 2. It's a clever pass into him. And Shefukaitis, who's another player who's had a big influence so far in this game. Walker trying to move it quickly. Murphy, and another 3-pointer missed by Slaughter this time. Just can't get them to drop from long range. Just the one successful 3-pointer so far. As the whistle goes again. More frustration for the French side. Runners-up in each of the last 4 seasons in France. Haven't won a league title since 2005. As I say, the last 4 seasons they've come very, very close indeed. Shot is missed. And the rebound is won here as Strasbourg desperately go in search of points. Here's Slaughter. Into a bit of trouble, but they're moving the ball well here. Murphy then just unable to hold on to it. This is Walker. 10 on the shot clock. Walker goes for 3. And again, it doesn't quite drop. Foul called against Best this time. Slaughter gets the pass inside. Again, the referee's whistle bringing a halt to proceedings here. Stas heading to the bench for the time being. Eric Murphy goes to the line. Finnish international making his first. That's 6 points for him now. He's leading the way as far as point scoring goes for Strasbourg. 2 from 2. Total of 7. A 15-point lead for Juventus now. Basilius, Bikauskis. Still Bikauskis. It's a nice pass, and it's eventually put away by Shefukaitis. 8 points for him. And that big 17-point gap is still there. Couple of fouls for Aaron Best so far in this game. Swanton misses from the line. Spencer Parker getting ready to come on, the 23-year-old American. Two Americans and a Canadian in the Juventus roster. And it comes with opportunity for Best, and he's done it. Off the mark. It was nicely worked there by Juventus. Sepikaitis finding Best. And from almost underneath the basket there, managed to get hold of it and put it in. So another timeout is called. Strasbourg still find themselves struggling here. Still is a very long way back for them. The second chance points here from Juventus Utena. 5 for them, none for Strasbourg. That is the way it's been for them. If they've missed an opportunity, they've not had another chance to make amends. Several trips down the court have ended up with the French side coming away with nothing. They've scored 7 points so far in this second quarter. Not too far behind Juventus in this particular quarter, but of course they've got plenty of ground to make up from the first. Frustrating night so far for the team from France. The Lithuanians have made a bit of a statement about the strength of their side. 41-22 as things stand. 19-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the game so far. We are approaching the midway point in the second quarter. It's just fumbled, a little unfortunate that from Olivier Cotal, 19-year-old. Able to keep that ball in play. Bikauskis. It's stolen here, and Leloup goes up alone and scores. Much needed too for him and for the team. So Parker gets his name on the score sheet. First contribution from him. And restores that 19-point lead. Walker misses, and the rebound is won comfortably there by Vasilius. And now it's Ritavicius. Oh, they're doing well to keep hold of possession here. Moving it around, the three, not this time. And Vasilius almost getting to the rebound ahead of Lecombe, who managed to win it that time. Now Walker for three, and it's good. How much of a needed score was that for Strasbourg? Outstanding here from Walker. Only the second three-pointer of the game for Strasbourg. A much-needed one at this stage. 2 from 13, as you can see. It's 15%. Juventus far more effective from long range. Less attempts, but far more success. Largely thanks, of course, to the early shooting prowess of Ritavicius. Three early long ranges from him. Juventus still leading the way as far as point scoring goes for the game with 12 points. Murphy for the visiting side with 7. Sulskis and Diggs involved heavily. All the Lithuanians as well, contributing rebounds and assists. Diggs has actually sent out the vast majority of this second quarter, but he's on court now. This is Parker. And Pap C is the man who's penalised here. And that three-pointer just before the timeout from Walker, giving a much-needed boost to Strasbourg. They haven't fallen too much further behind since the end of the first quarter, but they are back to being 18 points down. As Parker started to make a contribution ever since coming on. Spencer Parker with 4 points so far. Now it's Walker into Jaite, the pass and the finish. Neatly done. Cortal adds 2 to the score for Strasbourg, his first score of the night. Sarutavicius steps inside and the 2 is missed. Vasilius now. Sipikaitis will be disappointed he missed that too. The kind of opportunity he'll normally put away. He might get another one here. Couldn't quite gather the ball. It bounced around his feet. Walker. Papsi. Foul called. A chance for Papsi to go to the line. 4 points to his name so far. Get Strasbourg to within 15 once again, which is where they were, remember, at the end of the first quarter. So leading the way in this quarter alone. Still a long, long way back for them, but signs of improvement. Some signs of encouragement. If they can reduce this gap by a few more before the end of the first half, they will certainly have hope. But Jamar Diggs gets 2 more for the Lithuanians. Takes his personal tally to 3. Increases that lead once again. 16-point advantage. Dikas with the foul this time. Parker. Return to the bench for now. Jaite makes 2 from 2. Here's Jamar Diggs. Sarutavicius. A 14-point lead, still a pretty big one. Juventus will be happy with it. They're going to get pretty close to the 50-point mark, you would imagine, before the end of the first half. That attempt is missed, though, by Vasilius, and away comes Irving Walker, and it's an easy 2 for Jaite. And this is more like it from Strasbourg. Plenty of points on the fast break. It's been their most successful manner of scoring, in fact, as Diggs gets in again to get 2 more. 5 for the game. Comes into Lacombe. Jaite gets it. Well, now Strasbourg are hitting their mark on a regular basis. Vicious under a little bit of pressure there, but out it comes with Diggs. 12-point lead. Diggs again, turns, shoots and misses this time. It's a rare miss from Juventus. Final minute of the first half. Walker to Jaite. Walker! Oh, this is much, much better. 2 more for Walker. And we have a 10-point game now. Pretty even as far as points in the paint go. There's going to be a long ranger here for 3. It's missed. And the rebound is won by Papsi. And all of a sudden, Juventus have lost their shooting prowess. Walker for 2. Jaite with the rebound. The foul is called. It's gone against Strasbourg. Jaite can't quite believe it. And a missed opportunity there for Strasbourg to really make this a much more even-looking contest. Just a little shove there by Jaite as he went up for the rebound. It's well spotted by the officials. 10-point game. As the seconds tick down at the end of this second quarter. It's 2 more though. Chepukaitis stores a 12-point advantage. It also takes the Lithuanians up above the 50-point mark as a foul is called again for blocking. 51-39, there's only about a second to go. First one's good. Tilikina, just 18 years old. It's his first point of the night. Big night for him. 2 from 2, no problem. 10-point game again as the ball is thrown up and the desperate attempt to try and increase the lead fails from Sirtavicius, who's played a big part in the game so far, but all 12 of his points coming in the first quarter, and it has been a significant improvement from Strasbourg as that second quarter wore on. They managed to score 24 points in total, sorry, 26 points in total in that second quarter, which has cut the gap from 15 down to 10. It means that we have a contest on our hands once again. It was in danger of being rather one-sided at the end of the first quarter, but now things looking a lot less certain as far as the home side are concerned. Strasbourg have got themselves back into it. Jaite with 9 points. Eric Murphy also contributing quite a few as well. 7 for him and 6 for Papse, who has also started winning some defensive rebounds at the other end, which has been absolutely vital. 4 rebounds in total for him, Strasbourg's number 10. Overall, a very satisfactory first half for Juventus Utena, though, even if that lead was cut down towards the end. They will be more than satisfied, and we can have a little look at some of the main talking points of the first half. Sirtavicius with some excellent long-range shooting early on. 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, you'll remember. It did take Strasbourg a little while to get going. They couldn't cope with the power of Chepukaitis, slamming that one down almost unopposed. Quite a few fast break points for the French side. Easy two there for Jaite, never going to miss a dunk like that. Well, he was denied by a brilliant block from Galdikas at one stage, and it looked as though he was certain to score a two. This was Leluc putting one up for two. There were some good moments from the French side at times in the first quarter, but they were so far behind at the end of it, really struggling to get a handle of things. Something that improved significantly in the second quarter. Long-range shooting continued to be relatively successful for the home side, though. Sulskis from long range, nailing a three. They were struggling under the basket as well. The rebounds tended to be going in favour of the Lithuanians. Tepikaitis again causing all kinds of problems. Pass out here for Aaron Best to get his first score of the night. It's a lovely little pass, that one. Nicely finished by Best as well. Well held and regained his composure to put it away. The fast break did become an important weapon for the French side. Scored plenty of points as a result of fast breaks, and it was those kinds of opportunities that started to get them back into the contest, edging closer and closer to the Lithuanian hosts. They started hitting a couple of threes as well. Walker with that one, absolutely vital to them. Parker introduced late on in the second quarter, started making a contribution as well. Jamar Diggs getting on the score sheet a couple of times. He's been pulling the strings at point guard for the home side. Big contribution from him. Walker really came alive in the closing stages, as did Jaite. Two combining here for a nice easy two. Really got the away side going once again. Jaite this time demonstrating other skills, scoring and assisting. He's really grown into the game. A little unlucky there, but there was a little bit of a push. Foul called against him. That was in the closing stages of the second quarter. Overall, an outstanding first half from Juventus. Even if they have faded a little towards the end of it, they'll want to come out firing at the start of the second half. They have an impressive looking lead. Strasbourg are starting to show signs of recovery. Welcome back to Utena. It's been a fascinating contest so far on the opening night of the Basketball Champions League. This Group D clash looked as though it might be rather one-sided at the end of the first quarter. Juventus Utena running away with a 15-point lead, but that man, Jaite, making a significant contribution, particularly in the second quarter. 9 points for him in total, 3 assists and 3 rebounds as well. It took him a little while to get going, but the 21-year-old, who leads the way as far as rebounding is concerned for his side in the domestic league, has started to make a big contribution on court tonight as well, against an excellent Lithuanian side who were led in the early stages by this man, Gytis Sirutavicius. 12 points, all of them coming in the first quarter. He hit 3 3-pointers in that first 10 minutes as well. Not quite as effective in the second quarter, but an impressive performance nonetheless from him so far. 33 years old, a veteran, and a key component of this Juventus Utena lineup. Sepikaitis, another one who's made a valuable contribution. 10 points for him so far tonight as well. What will the second half of this encounter bring? The coaches are going to have their say before we get the action up and running again. As I say, it was a rather one-sided first quarter. It was one that Juventus were completely dominant in. They were 30 points to 15 ahead. But that 15-point lead was reduced to just 10 at the end of the second quarter. It was a really good second quarter from Strasbourg. They came out fighting, and they have a really good opportunity to close that gap again now if they can keep the momentum from that second quarter. Just wonder whether Juventus maybe eased off a little bit in the closing stages there to allow the French side back into it. And they'll be determined that that does not happen in this third quarter. It's all about maintaining their focus and trying to build up that lead again. This next 10 minutes will determine whether we have a really close contest or whether the Lithuanians can ease away and push themselves towards a win on the opening day here. Fantastic night, the opening fixtures of a brand new competition. Juventus Utena taking on Strasbourg of France, and it is the Lithuanian hosts who will get us underway once again in the third quarter. 10 points the difference, 51-41. Straight away the ball with Jamar Diggs. It's the hosts to get this first quarter started well. The ball is gathered comfortably by Papsi. Score on the first possession there for the home side. Strasbourg start the third quarter in style. Jaite once again, 2 more for him into double figures. And it's an 8-point lead, an 8-point game. It hasn't been that for quite some time. And the 3 is missed, the whistle has gone. Silius caught there by Murphy. Eric Murphy, his 4th personal foul. Strasbourg still have an 8-point advantage, or an 8-point deficit to make up, I should say. Absolutely vital for them to get the either of the two starts to this third quarter. Absolutely crucial that they don't let Juventus Utena dictate things in the early stages, because the Lithuanians could find themselves a long way ahead when it comes to the later part of this game, but they're still looking to get their first points of the third quarter so far. Tinakina has been penalised this time, since 3 fouls given away early on. Strasbourg trying to keep it tight, working hard on their defence here. Done well to prevent the Lithuanians from scoring so far, albeit they have given away those 3 fouls, as I say. This is looking at a very different contest now. Chipikaitis, the latest man to be penalised here. Third foul for him, 10 points in the first half. Fairly low-key start to this third quarter, but that's exactly what Strasbourg would have wanted. If this drops, they'll be, well, they would have been within 5 points, which would certainly have made things interesting. This is Jamar Diggs. Nice pass inside, and the finish emphatic. Chipikaitis slams it down to restore the 10-point lead. 53-43. 12 points now for the big man. This is AJ Slaughter. Lulu inside to Jaite, gets the pass away and wins the rebound, and then just seemed to fumble it. It's going to be Strasbourg's ball here. Slightly cagey start to the second half. Point lead is restored. So Vicious, the man penalised this time. Averaging 12.6 points per game in the domestic league. 12 points for him so far tonight. There is Papsi, looking to get his pass away. Didn't quite come off for him there. Another foul though, and plenty of early fouls from both teams so far in this third quarter. Slaughter moved on quickly. This is Lulu. And it comes to Papsi, manages to get the shot away, and it drops. Papsi with 2 more. And an 8-point difference between the two sides once again. Almost 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. This is Vicious taking his time. Foul is called. Papsi has been penalised. Second personal foul. And he's got 8 points for Strasbourg so far tonight. Should be 2. Somehow it stayed out. Chipikaitis unable to finish it off. This is Jaite now at the other end. Sarutavicius protesting his innocence. And all of a sudden, this game has a very different look about it. Nicely finished by Jaite. 6-point difference. Jaite will go to the line. 4th foul for the experienced Sarutavicius. 21-year-old Jaite has another chance to increase his tally here. 13 points so far. He's now the game's top scorer. He's made 3 from 4 from the line. Make that 4 from 5. And it is just 5 points now, the difference between these two teams. Strasbourg have now made up 10 points since the end of the first quarter, where they looked to be heading for a very heavy defeat, but things have changed. It was too early to judge them, and they've stolen it back here as well. What a comeback this could be. Still some way to go, but still plenty of time to go. Jaite. Lelou gets it. It's a long 2. But it's one that brings Strasbourg to within 3 points, and this is really the perfect start. That dunk from Chipukaitis, really the highlight of the quarter so far for the hosts, but there haven't been too many things to get excited about since the start of this third quarter. As you can see, the only score from them so far. And having led by quite a significant amount at various stages in this game, particularly the early stages. We'll be wondering how on earth they have had this lead cut to 3. 53-50 as things stand. Well, Jaite, what a contribution from him. 14 points, 5 points so far in this third quarter alone. Turning into the key man. This is Jamar Diggs. And defensive work has been so much better from Strasbourg in the latter stages of this game after a poor defensive start. This time it's Lelou who's been penalised. Fourth personal foul for him. A few players walking a fine line at the moment. First free throw is missed though by Vasilius. He gets the second though. 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. 4 points the lead for the Lithuanians. 54-50. This is Slaughter now for Strasbourg. Jaite just handing it off there to the 18-year-old Itilikina, but now there's a chance for Utena to respond, and it is 2. Really important 2. Struggled to get points so far in this third quarter, but Bikauskis with an important 2 there to make it a 6-point lead, and Strasbourg have been unable to respond. Vasilius gets it. Now the home fans find their voice once again. Vasilius restores an 8-point advantage. Good little run this. Tilikino with the floated ball. The shot is no good. Olivier Cortal. And two more for Diggs. Just like that, that 10-point lead reappears. Terrific 80 seconds or so for the home side. There's another timeout is called. No surprise really that Strasbourg call for a timeout at this stage, having suddenly let that good work be undone. Made a reasonable contribution from the bench, those players who have come on. For Henrik Detman, the Finnish coach. So good find back here from the Lithuanians in this third quarter. They really let things get away from them for a short time there. Threatened to make this a very disappointing quarter for them. And they've re-established that 10-point lead, 60 points to 50. As we get things going again. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is Papsi now. Moving the ball around well. This is Walker. Jaite. Back to Jaite. Into a little bit of trouble, and then the pass was too hot to handle. I don't think he quite realised how close his teammate was there. Just gives the home fans a little bit of ammunition. They've been a little quiet at times. This might just help silence them slightly. The steal there. And the long-range attempt, which is missed by Eric Murphy. Three-point shooting really has been a problem. Just 2 attempts made out of 16. And Strasbourg been able to knock some of those long ranges in. Could be looking at a very different scoreline here. Still no worse off than they were at the end of the first half, so they can still make some serious progress here. It's a 5th foul for Eric Murphy. He feels hard done by. Vasilius is the man to go to the line here. Try and increase this advantage. This is the first one. Disappointment for Eric Murphy. End of his night. Second attempt, that's missed as well. Uncharacteristic poor free throw shooting there from Vasilius. Missing both attempts. There's Walker to Jaite. Walker again. Papsid as well to hold that. Wasn't the easiest of passes to handle. Jaite goes up and misses. Chepukaitis with the rebound. Big cheer from the home crowd as Strasbourg failed to cut that deficit again. Diggs into Vasilius. Vasilius almost had it picked away from him by Walker. Chepukaitis, whistle had gone. Decision going the other way. Another turnover. Walker. Lalou. Didn't quite drop. So close there. Jeremy Lalou. Once again, fail from long range. Stolen back by Jaite. Getting Tifakaitis to the ball. This is Walker. Oh, it came back to him. And he gets it out to Jaite. Kept it alive well. Papsi still can't find a way through. And the home fans show their appreciation for some good defence there by Juventus Utena. 10 points. Still the gap. He's still not happy. Jeremy Lalou this time. It's the man who has to go and sit down. 5 personal fouls, 6 points. .218 left on the clock in this third quarter. 10 points the difference between Utena Juventus and Strasbourg. There's Jeremy Lalou there, as you can see, 6 points, 5 fouls, 18 minutes on court. Still some long discussions going on here. Footage being examined here. It's an opportunity for the to just try and focus here. Vasilius goes to the line again, missed his last two. No trouble with that one. No problem at all. Now it's Jamar Dix. 7 points for him so far tonight, and he's missed that one. So Diggs missing his attempt, but we have a 12-point lead now for Juventus Utena. They've lost valuable members of their team as well. The slip, though, will allow Walker to go it alone and puts it up and in, no problem. And back to being 10 points between the two teams, just as it was at the end of the first half. So things haven't got any worse so far for Strasbourg. So Galdikas, who's been penalised this time, his third foul of the game. So is this an opportunity now for Strasbourg to reduce the deficit again? That one's missed. It's won by Jaite, did well there. The youngster thinking about the three, thinks about it again. It's the pass outside. Now he does go for three and misses. Tilikina maybe not quite so keen to go for it from distance as he saw there before. Twice he thought about going for the long ranger, opted against it, came out to him a third time and he felt he had to go for it. Jaite, though, will at least get the chance to reduce It's Juventus advantage once again. A little under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. He does make the second one. He's missed a couple of free throws so far tonight. He's got 15 points in total. He's the game's top scorer at the moment. Takes under pressure. Strasbourg have come away with it. This is Walker, and Lacombe did well to keep it alive, but Walker beaten to the ball by Bukowskis. Slip there, Jamar Diggs, but managed to recover well. And the pass from Best, and the easy two. It's back to being a double-digit lead, 11 points now. Galdikas put it away comfortably. Five seconds left in the third quarter. It's been another tight one. Second quarter was pretty tight till the end of it, where suddenly Strasbourg seemed to find a little bit of a boost from somewhere. They need something in the closing stages of this third quarter to give themselves real hope in the fourth. Jaite could be the man to do that. Draws the foul. Galdikas is not convinced at all. Amadou Jaite will go to the line again. Personal foul. Jaite with another chance here from the line to reduce the deficit again. He's made the first 10-point game. It's missed. So it is 10 points, just as it was at the start of this third quarter. There is no indication as to who is going to come out on top here. No better indication anyway. Juventus obviously in the driving seat. Strasbourg though are still very much in this, as Walker goes all the way and puts it in. Nobody was going to stop him. And that is the end of the third quarter, so they have reduced the gap once again. They've edged this third quarter only just by a couple of points. It was a low-scoring third quarter. Just the 13 points for Juventus Utena. 2 fewer than Strasbourg, who now trail by 8 with 10 minutes left to play. Promises to be an intriguing final 10 minutes now. Strasbourg will still believe that they can turn this around. 15 points down at the end of the first, 10 points down at the end of the second. Now 8 points behind. They would have liked to have been a little bit closer, but it's not impossible for them to complete the comeback. Did take Juventus Utena a little while to get going in this third quarter. That score from Chepukaitis, their first, and the only score for quite some time. They then went on a good run after Strasbourg had reduced the deficit to just 3 points. Bellew firing from range there. He was just inside the arc. It was only a long two. Strasbourg's number 9. Bukowskis making a contribution as well. Getting the better of Slaughter on that occasion. Jamar Diggs with 7 points. Sarutavicius hasn't added anything to his tally since the first quarter, 12 points. Really played a big part in getting the home side in control early on. Chipikaitis has got 12 points, closely following the leading scorer, the veteran. Chipikaitis is just 27 years old, leading the way in rebounds in the Lithuanian league for Juventus, and he will be needed in the final 10 minutes here as Strasbourg hope to complete what would be a very impressive comeback. 19 points down at one stage, remember, and 15 points behind at the end of the first quarter, but that is an incredible way to start. What a three. Ntilikina has 5 points in total now. Missed the three-pointer towards the end of that third quarter, but has made a valuable contribution early on here. The deficit now is just 5 points. It's a little unlucky there. Portal just bounced off his knee. Now the three from distance, which is missed by Sirotavicius. He couldn't miss anything in the first quarter. Very different game on our hands now. 6 points is nothing. That can be turned over quickly. It's all about who can hold their nerve here in the final minutes of this game. There's a long way to go. There's plenty of time. Here's Ntilikina. And now Walker. Oh, he's fouled and he makes the shot as well. How about that? Outstanding. Walker gets his shot away, draws the foul, drains the three. It's a 4-point play. Well, well, well. Who saw this coming? What a start to the fourth quarter. Less than 50 seconds on the clock, and we have a 1-point game. Tremendous start to the final quarter here. 64-63. Strasbourg, serious contenders here. Ntilikina intercepting. They could go ahead here. Tapsi couldn't quite get the shot away. They do still have it. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Pass goes out to Ntilikina. Misses the three, and the ball is loose. And then one back again, and Ntilikina has it once more. This is Lacombe. He's fouled. Oh, what an incredible start to the fourth quarter here from Strasbourg. They have come flying out. Juventus Utena must be wondering what on earth has happened in the last couple of minutes. They were asking for travelling. It wasn't the decision that they got. It was actually the decision that was given in the end, I think. Either way, it is Juventus in possession here. This is Jamar Diggs. Strasbourg have breathed new life into this contest. Diggs for three, misses. And the rebound is easy for Slaughter, but he's dropped it. And that gets the crowd going again. Sirotavicius was there to snap it up, and he's got it again here. Now Chipikaitis up against Jaite. Diggs. And the pass loose. And desperately trying to get hold of it. And it is two for Juventus Utena. It's a big one as well for Sulskis. Boy, did they need that. 3-point lead again. Strasbourg are so close to taking the lead. A lead that they haven't had since the very early stages of this game. they were 30-15 down at the end of the first, but they are level now. A huge three from Walker. And that is a big moment. A really, really big moment. All tied up. They haven't been all tied up since the first minute of the game at 3 points all. I can tell you the last time that Strasbourg were leading in this game, it was after 11 seconds. Only 1 point had been scored. The timeout now coming at a time where both teams will feel that this is theirs for the taking. Strasbourg have had a big impact when using players from the bench. As you can see, 27 points from the bench compared to just 14 for Juventus Utena. What a terrific comeback this has been. That three-pointer from Walker, absolutely outstanding. He's now the game's leading scorer. It took him a little while to get going, but my goodness, the American has really started to make a huge impact. Started to hit those long ranges, which is so vital. 10 points to 2 in Strasbourg's favour in this final quarter. But is it that much of a surprise? They won the second quarter by 5, they won the third quarter by 2. It was a really hard-fought third quarter as well, a low-scoring one. Irving Walker, though, after a slow start, he has been on fire. His contribution is worth looking at again. This is a fast break and an easy two. No trouble with the layup. That one outstanding. Put that away brilliantly. And that's just his early contributions in that quarter. The three-pointer he hit just before the timeout was something really special. But there's still a long way to go. Juventus restores the lead for Juventus. They still haven't been behind since the opening minute. Opening few seconds, in fact. Slaughter. Papsi finds Lacombe into Jaite. Walker. Lacombe for three. Gets it! And now they lead. Strasbourg up by 1. Paul Lacombe with a massive three. Massive in terms of importance. And a really significant moment. Strasbourg lead by 1. What a turnaround. Providing the assist, and the three was perfect. Juventus back in front. Sulskis with 2 more. 70-69. What a finish we're in for now. Walker. Twisting and turning and shooting and scoring. It's not going to count. Or it is going to count. It's going to be 2. And one from the line here. Little foul. Little nudge. Juventus. He's got to be careful now. 4 fouls to his name. Strasbourg back in front. They're led by 1 in the early stages. This is their biggest lead. 2 points ahead. (70-72). Juventus Utena have it all to do now. They go for 3. They get the 3. And the lead changes hands again. And it's that man Sulskis who's moved on to 15 points. It's his third three-pointer. And now Walker. And Slaughter misses. And the ball's loose. It's won back by Slaughter. Walker has it again. Gets it out wide. And Tilikina misses the three. And Juventus Utena in possession once more. A lot of space here, the open three, it's good! Well, he hadn't scored since the first quarter, but Siritavicius delivers when it really matters. That is a huge score, and it gives Juventus Utena the 4-point advantage. He was in space, but there was pressure on that shot. And boy, did he make it count. Well, what a fourth quarter this is turning out to be. The lead has changed hands a few times. It's been a wonderful fight back from Strasbourg. More steals, fewer turnovers. Three-point shooting has improved significantly. It's still not as good as their opponents, but it has improved dramatically in the last, say, 10 minutes of play, maybe more. Started nailing those long ranges. They trail by 4 at the moment, but they are still very much in this. Still just a little under 5 minutes of play. What about that man, though? What a time to produce an absolutely vital three-point shot. It is Siritavicius. His fourth three-pointer of the game as another one comes in from Irving. It's missed there by Irving Walker. Sulskis by Slaughter. Okay, Slaughter penalised. Still the 4-point lead for Juventus Utena. Have Strasbourg got it in them to turn this around again? Siritavicius, another three. It's good again! What a vital contribution. It's his 5th three. It's his second in quick succession, and it's opened up a 7-point lead. And Walker then stumbles and the ball rolls out of bounds. And you just get the feeling that this is swinging back towards the Lithuanians. And they got themselves in front in this quarter. Now it looks like they've got to work really hard in the final 4 minutes. They wiped out the 8-point deficit that they had at the end of the third quarter so quickly, but it's a 9-point deficit now. And the celebration starting in the stands because Juventus Utena have opened up a 9-point lead. Well, Strasbourg thought they were right back in this, and they could still be. It's not over yet. An intriguing final quarter here. Tsipikaitis with his 5th foul. He's on the bench. He's made a big contribution. Is it going to be enough? Foul is called again. 9 points. 3:38 on the clock. Ntilikina on the line, makes the first. It's been a good performance from the 18-year-old. He's made a valuable contribution. 6 points now. 3 from 3 from the line, and then he hit that wonderful three-pointer as well, which was a really significant moment in the game. It gave Strasbourg a real boost. And those 2 points there from free throws could be vital. There is still a long way to go. Still a chance that they could make something happen here. Juventus is penalised. .15 points for the big man. Walker leading the way point scoring wise. He's got 19. That's another good 2. Sulskis again. He's been quietly racking up the points. 17. Back to a 9-point game once again. Less than 3 minutes to go. Jamar Diggs, I think this time, who's been penalised. 5th foul for him. It's been one of those games where there's been quite a lot of fouls. This one on Walker. Diggs felt that it was travelling from Strasbourg's top point scorer tonight. He could move into the 20s here and does. That's nicely won, the rebound from Best. It's an 8-point game, I should say. Strasbourg got another comeback in them. So many times they fought really hard to get themselves back into a competitive position. A couple of scores and things could change pretty quickly. Jaite waiting for the right option. That option could be Walker. Jaite again, his pass is intercepted, but it's given away. Oh, and the pass doesn't make it to Jaite. Ntilikina couldn't find him. Could that be costly? The young man thought he'd stolen the ball there, and it is Strasbourg's decision. Just stepping out of bounds, I think that was the call made. Walker. Lacombe. Oh yes, 2 more. Paul Lacombe. 6-point game. And Juventus Utena just starting to slip up here. Couple of errors. Could just allow Strasbourg back into this. It is still all to play for. Walker's pass intercepted. Tried to disguise it. Couldn't disguise it enough. This is Bikauskis. Trying to eat away the time here. That's a loose pass though from Aaron Best. Certainly some nerves on display here. Walker, the 3 is good! Ntilikina. with a huge score. With 1:14 left on the clock, it is a 3-point game. And that has certainly silenced this Lithuanian crowd. They need a big 15 seconds or so. Irving Walker is leading the fight back. 20 points for him. 5 assists as well. And he has had a big say. Crucially for the Lithuanians, they do have the lead. What a shot that was from Likina. The 18-year-old has hit 2 massive 3-pointers in this game. And there he is. Likina moved on to 10 points. The contribution he's made. Can he make yet another? This is the 3 from a few moments ago. He has just really lifted Strasbourg here. There would have been those who looked at the score of this one at the end of the first quarter and thought there's going to be no contest. Well, that has not been the case. Three points separate these two sides. This is Bikauskis now. It's it back from Vasilius. Bikauskis into the man who's led the point scoring for the home side. Sirutavicius draws the foul. Just what they would have wanted to keep Strasbourg at arm's length. That means forcing the French side to require 2 scores to go in front. Or even 2 scores to get level. Sirutavicius then to increase this lead. Gets the first. We needed him early on. We certainly need him now to be at his best. Two from 2. A cool head. No pressure felt at all by the veteran. This is Walker. Still going. Gets the pass away. Jaite. Yes, it's in. Immediately wipes out those 2 free throws. 50 seconds left to play. 3-point game. Juventus Utena looking to run down the clock as much as possible. Strasbourg need to keep their cool. They can't give away fouls, but, well, that cheer tells you exactly what the decision was. Shake of head from Lacombe. Is that going to be a decisive moment? Utena makes the 2. No need to tell you who it was. Sirutavicius, 22 points. This to make it 23. And to give his side a 6-point advantage, which he does. He's been the man to make the difference. And Likina does well to immediately knock 2 off that scoreline, but it is still a 4-point game and there isn't much time left. Aaron Best. The whistle had already gone. Irving Walker with 20 points, but the 23 from Sirutavicius might just be enough for Juventus Utena. Aaron Best makes the first one. Just 3 points for him so far tonight, but these free throws could make all the difference. This to restore the 6-point lead. He's missed it. And Lacombe going to get the ball down court quickly. Papsi gets the pass away. Jaite misses. And Siritavicius comes away with the ball. The foul. And with a 5-point lead and 8 seconds to play, that might just be it for the French side. They are going to fall just short here. What a wonderful fight back. Managed to get themselves in front in this quarter, remember. Siritavicius nails the first one. Look of relief and delight on the Juventus bench here. 6 points becomes 7. 7-point lead, 25 points for Siritavicius. All they've got to do now is see the game out. Not enough time for Strasbourg. Disappointment for Henrik Detman, who nonetheless can be extremely proud of his side's effort. That is it, and it's victory for Juventus Utena. But my goodness, it wasn't quite as straightforward as it might have been. 15 points up at the end of the first quarter. They then went on to finish second best really in the following 3 quarters, but held on for a big win. 7 points, the difference between the two sides in the end, 91-84. Strasbourg did lead for a short time on a couple of occasions in the fourth quarter, having fought back so brilliantly and so valiantly. But the celebrations belong to the Lithuanians. It's a home win on the opening day in Group D. Juventus Utena pick up the points. They secure an all-important first victory here at home in front of their fans. The perfect way to start. That man absolutely vital. 6 from 6 from the line, 5 3-pointers, 25 points in all. Siritavicius with an absolutely sensational contribution in the early and latter stages of the game. Got 12 points in the first quarter, then didn't add any more until the final quarter, where he added another 13 to finish as the game's top scorer. Walker with 20 made a pretty big contribution in that wonderful Strasbourg fight back. They showed that they had plenty of fighting spirit and plenty of ability as well. At one stage it really did look as though they were going to complete the turnaround and wrap up the victory. Terrific scenes here as the Lithuanians celebrate a big win on the opening day of the Basketball Champions League. They have outplayed at times and outfought at others the French side, who themselves gave absolutely everything after a poor start. Took them a while to get going, but they will certainly give other teams in this group plenty to think about. The victory ultimately belongs to the home team from Lithuania. Juventus Utena have beaten Strasbourg by 7 points in the end. The final score 91-84. Victory on the opening day for Juventus Utena.